And I'm going to paint that web cartridge silver. And basically, I'm going to add some more hot glue right over here to the edges. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are making my very own web shooter that actually shoots. So before we get started, I just wanted to mention something. If you guys watch my past videos, you guys know that I've already made web shooters like this. I know I mentioned that I was going to make the Black Panther helmets in my community and live stream posts. I know I said I was going to make those helmets, but it's kind of taking me a long time to make, and I don't know if I can finish in time, so I decided it would be a good time to make this web shooter. As a matter of fact, let's just get into the whole tutorial right now of how to make this. So first off, we're going to work on the base piece. So the base piece is this long rectangle piece, as well as this small wristband piece that will potentially hold the wristband when you want to wear it. So basically, with the template I'm basically going to trace this onto a cardboard. And if you guys want to make this at home yourself, I have a link in the description box below to the template and even to some of the materials to make this too. So now that I have those both pieces traced onto the cardboard, I'm going to cut them out of the cardboard with my craft knife. So for this piece right over here, this is where the duct tape is going to settle in, so that way I can wear the web shooter on my wrist. And I've gotten this really long piece of duct tape right over here, and basically I'm going to cut the piece so that way I can get the duct tape off the roll. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the duct tape until it's like one thin long piece, so that way I can wear the web shooter on my wrist. So basically, with those slots that I'm cutting out in the cardboard, I have basically was able to add the duct tape through those slots. So basically, with the duct tape, I'm able to wear the wristband piece like this. And basically how I'm going to keep this wristband shut is with these 5x3 magnets. So basically, I'm going to add my hot glue onto the magnet, and then basically I'm going to put the magnet right on here. See it? Right over here. That way, when I put the other magnet right over here, it can strap onto my wrist and I can have a really good wristband piece. Now this magnet right over here is glued on to the other side of the duct tape. So now when I basically want to close the wristband on my wrist, I could just put the magnets like this and it won't come loose. And if it actually does come loose, then that means you have to make the wristband a bit larger. So now with some silver paint, I'm going to paint the base piece silver. And now with the hot glue right in my hand, I'm playing on the cardboard. I am going to be gluing it onto the rectangle piece right here. And now I have glued the barrel shut. So basically now with this strip of paper, I'm going to roll it up and make a barrel piece. The barrel is what's going to let that string shoot out of the web shooter. And if you saw my past web shooter videos, I have made a barrel like this before. So now I'm gonna be painting my barrel piece silver with my silver paint. So basically with my hot glue, I'm placing the hot glue right over here. I've actually drawn on a little dot because that's where I was going to glue on the barrel piece. So I've glued the barrel right over here with the hot glue. And basically, I'm going to add some more hot glue right over here to the edges. And basically, I have added on these two thin popsicle stick pieces. And these two popsicle stick pieces will prevent the rubber band from coming out of those popsicle stick pieces. And basically, I am going to be adding the hot glue right over here. Because in order to have the barrel not coming off the web shooter, you need to have a lot of hot glue on here to maintain a sturdy barrel. Basically, I have added on two popsicle stick pieces, and that popsicle stick pieces will help me keep this rubber band on the web shooter, because this rubber band is going to help me shoot the web shooter. So now I am working on the trigger piece. So a trigger piece is this popsicle stick piece, and basically to make the whole thing flexible, I'm going to be adding on this piece of duct tape onto the trigger piece. So that way when I'm ready to flex this piece, I can just bend it down like this. So that way I can release the bullet from the web shooter. So now I have glued on the trigger piece to this web shooter. So with the trigger piece, we're not done yet because we still got like two more pieces to add on. So basically, I'm going to be gluing on this circle piece to the web shooter trigger, and that piece is going to help me push the trigger down like this. And I'm also going to be gluing on this popsicle stick piece, which is going to allow me to stop the bullet from releasing until I'm ready to pull it down. So basically, trigger piece will go like this. Basically, I'm now going to be painting the trigger piece silver. So now I am gluing the web cartridge shut. So basically, now it's time to make the web cartridge. So basically, I have scored the cardboard where there's lines. Basically, I scored the cardboard to help me fold the cardboard and make a box that looks like this. And basically on the back, I am gluing on this cardboard rectangle piece. And I'm gonna paint that web cartridge silver. So basically, the part I'm gonna be putting the web cartridge in, the web shooter, is that I'm gonna be cutting out this little part of the web shooter. So that way my web cartridge can fit in the web shooter. So basically, I have cut out this little section of the web shooter. In that little gap, I was able to fit the web cartridge in the web shooter. So basically, before I make the web and the bullet, I want to show you a little demo of how this works. So basically, you will have the web and the bullet. The bullet will be on the rubber band. And basically, once you load the bullet into the rubber band and you lock it in place, you basically pull on the circle that's on the web shooter trigger, and the web will come out. So basically the bullet will be a wooden dowel. So basically, this wooden dowel, I'm going to mark it. So basically, here is the string tied on. And I'm basically going to add on some hot glue to the string, so that way the string doesn't come off the wooden dowel. So here is the bullet once it's cutting off the rest of the wooden skewer. So basically for the string, it's this like really long piece of string that I have. And basically I'm going to be tying this on to the bullet. So basically right up here I have carved out a little notch which the rubber band will get caught on. So basically the reloading process is very simple. You just have to put all of the string in the web cartridge. Of course, I know this is a very slow and tedious process, but in the future, if I decide to make another web shooter of mine, I will create a more significant reloading process. Okay. So now all the strings in the web cartridge, and I'm gonna like get the popsicle stick on the rubber band, and then just lock it in. Then I'll add on the wristband piece with the magnets. Then I'm ready to shoot. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And check out all of my past videos. So I'll see you in the next one.